What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. Vinyl this time, and I have a nice heaping stack of sadistic heavy death to run through here today. But first, what we are listening to in the background: Cult de Ghoul, Henbane. They are going to be putting out a brand new full-length album this year. I don't know if anybody's heard that new song that they just put out, but it absolutely sounds amazing, and it sounds like they're heading back to this kind of material a la Haxan, Henbane, and what have you. I'm very curious to hear what's going to happen with this new Cult de Ghoul's record, but yeah, Henbane is a killer album. Alright. First record I'm going to show you is a 2017 EP from one of the absolute undisputed kings of US death metal. This is Autopsy with Puncturing the Grotesque. Yeah. This is a 2017 release through Peaceville Records. Of course, Peaceville Records, longtime record label of Autopsy. Yeah. I don't need to say too much about Autopsy. Legendary death metal band, one of the greatest of all time. Severed Survival, Metal Funeral, Retribution for the Dead. They've been on a really, really amazing hot streak ever since they returned with Macabre Eternal. They have been putting out nothing short of quality material. And this Puncturing the Grotesque EP is quite an interesting listen. It's a 7-track, 30-minute long EP, but it shows you that there's still some crazy things happening in this band's doings. I mean, listening to songs like Depths of Dehumanization, The Sick Get Sicker, Gas Mask Lust, Gore Crow, unbelievably well-crafted death metal here. Lots and lots of craziness to be heard throughout this EP. A sense of urgency and franticness going on with this EP. Chris Reefert's vocals are still on top of their game. I absolutely love his vocal work here. The drums sound phenomenal. The guitar playing is killer. The bass work is great. This is another really solid Autopsy EP, and I'm very curious to hear and see what's going to be potentially coming next from them. Expect the unexpected. That's how I see things when it comes to current day Autopsy. But anywho, here's the front cover. Very, very colorful album cover here in comparison to previous EPs. A lot of shit going on here. Very wild, bloody, fiery, and apocalyptic shit going on. Back cover. Track listing and credits. This giant Autopsy logo. This big old bird here. This eagle bird character thing. Fucking rowdy. Comes with a printed inner sleeve. There you see the band members in question. Credits. Lyrics. More wild and crazy artwork. And I believe all copies come on a heavyweight black vinyl. You see some nice center labels going on here. Yeah, I don't know if you're able to see that one or not, but yeah. This other one is very, very sick too. Really, really love that. But yeah. This Autopsy release is killer, and honestly, a lot more people need to check it out. If you're into Autopsy, you're definitely going to find something to enjoy with this new EP, most recent EP of theirs. But yeah, Puncturing the Grotesque by Autopsy, go check this one out. From the US, we move to Iceland to a forgotten death metal gem. This is SORORICIDE with The Entity. Yeah. This was originally released in 1991, and honestly, I'm very new to this album. I had no idea of its existence. I'm very new to it. I'm very much green when it comes to finding out about this band. The only thing I really know about them is the fact that they are based out of Iceland. This is their only full-length album, and that I believe sometime in the 2000s they disbanded. They are broken up into no more. But when I saw some friends of mine post about this particular album, I decided to look it up, listen to it. I really, really loved it. Found out the whole ideas of what this band was about from back in the day, and then I saw that this got a vinyl reissue. Now, from what I understand, this vinyl reissue is not official. It is a bootleg, so to speak, but I saw a lot of metal distros carry it and stock it. I happened to get this one from 20 Bucks Spin, but be that as it may, bootleg or not, this is a killer death metal album. This genuinely fit the themes of what classic 90s death metal was all about. Really, really killer full-length album from this band. Human Recycling, Red Rum, Vivisection, Sick Interment. Just some seriously top-notch shit for being from 1991. This is a very, very killer album. And of course, if you happen to have heard this album, you definitely need to give it a shot. I think this is a really underappreciated gem from the early 90s, and it definitely needs to be listened to. But anyway, here's the front cover. Love this album cover. Love this artwork squared in between. Very, very authentic looking. Back cover. Track listing and credits. I love this little saying on here. In the decay of time and the putridity of aging, eternal darkness would seem a blessing. Really cool stuff here. Credits and information. This is meant to be identical to what the original press looked like, I'm guessing. Insert with extra artwork, lyrics and credits. Very, very cool stuff. And yeah, I believe all these reissue copies came on black vinyl. Nothing too crazy to show here. The center label's pretty old school looking. Yeah. Nice skull in the middle here. Very, very cool. But yeah. Classic Icelandic death metal from the early 90s. Definitely needs to be heard any time of day. But yeah, Sororicide with The Entity. Check this one out. From Iceland, we head to Germany now for an absolute undisputed black metal grind classic. This is Naked Whipper with Pain Streaks. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I have been after this album for years. This is another band that I know from a lot of my local Texas friends talk to me about. I listened to this stuff. I really, really loved it, and I had been on the hunt for a copy of this album, whether it be a CD or a record, for many, many years. And I finally saw that Nuclear War Now had it stocked. I finally got a copy, and I'm very, very pleased. But yeah, Naked Whipper, based out of Germany, very grindy, very perverse sort of black metal sort of stuff. It's just a one-person project by a guy by the name of Dominus A.S. I know he did vocals on the Blood album Christbait, which is probably one of the best Blood albums to ever exist, in my opinion. But yeah, Naked Whipper was his project, and Pain Streaks is an absolute delight to listen to. It is so wild and over the top when it comes to the vocals, to the music, to the overall delivery of things. This is just a wildly crazy and entertaining record. Yeah, songs like Pagan Pussy, Gore Intruder, Whore of Damnation, Anal Queen, Nuclear Solutions, Creation of a New Demonic Age. So wild and over the top this project is, but Naked Whipper is so damn awesome to listen to. I love the music, I love the creativity, I just love how wild and over the top it is. This vinyl version comes with some extra stuff, including the Naked Whipper 7-inch and the Moloch Acid Orgy release, which is absolutely wild. It pretty much contains the entire discography. From what I understand also, this particular release, Death Rune Records put this out, so I don't know if this is authorized or not. I don't think this is authorized. I don't remember the main guy approving of this particular release or not, but whatever. I fucking love Naked Whipper. This is an absolutely classic release. But anyway, here's the front cover. Classic Chris Moyen artwork to be seen on this thing. Very crazy, the artwork here. Back cover with the track listings, Naked Whipper logo, credits. Death Rune Records put this out. Comes with a one sheet here, which is of the Moloch Acid Orgy release. And there you see the track listing for that with the lettering and all that stuff and credits. Yeah, very wild over the top release. And I believe all copies come on a standard black vinyl. There you see the Pain Streak side, and on this side you have the Moloch Acid Orgy. Really, really killer material here. I'm bummed out that Naked Whipper no longer exists, but we do have some absolute classics from this particular album and stuff. So yeah, Naked Whipper, Pain Streaks. Go listen to this. Go check this one out. It's amazing shit. Keeping things up with Germany now, we have a 2018 reissue of probably one of the best brutal death metal albums to have ever existed. from probably the undisputed kings of the genre, not only just in Germany, but probably around the world. This is Defeated Sanity with Chapters of Repugnance. Yeah. 2018 reissue through Willow Tip Records. This is their third full-length album from 2010, and this is the long overdue reissue of this full-length album. What makes this full-length reissue so interesting is the fact that they included a couple of bonus tracks to be heard on this release, because their current vocalist is a guy by the name of Josh Welshman. I've had the privilege of getting to see this guy live with Defeated Sanity for a couple of occasions, but he is now their full-time permanent vocalist. And I think him being the frontman for Defeated Sanity now makes a huge deal of difference to what Defeated Sanity is all about. And on these bonus tracks, you have one new song. I believe the song is Insecta Insidium. Absolutely sick as fuck song. I cannot wait to hear brand new material with Josh as their vocalist. And of course you have two re-recorded tracks, Psalms of the Moribund and Martyrium. I believe those are on the, the Psalms of the Moribund record and early Defeated Sanity stuff. He does justice to those re-recordings. Absolutely killer bonus tracks here. But as far as the actual album is concerned, this album still holds up very, very strongly and very well here. AJ Magana, who you may know for his work with Disgorge and a wide slew of other bands within classic brutal death metal, the early Unique Leader days. He did some amazing vocal work with this album. You hear his work on songs like Consumed by Repugnance, Salacious Infinity, Coerced into Idolatry, Calculated Barbarity. Absolutely memorable songs here. The vocals are fantastic. The music is as amazing as ever. Very well produced, very, very clean sounding stuff, but not clean to the point where it's distracting. This is a killer Defeated Sanity record, and it honestly gets better and better with every listen. Psalms of the Moribund is still my favorite Defeated Sanity album of all time, but this is pretty much nearing the second best for me personally. But yeah, here's the front cover. Very memorable artwork by Toshihiro Egawa. Very, very beautiful artwork here. Back cover here. Track listing and credits. There you see the chapters. 1, 2, 3, 4. But of course it's side A, side B since it's a single record. Badass gatefold here with lyrics and credits. There you see the band member photos and credits. There you see AJ on the bottom left, and in the middle you have the current vocalist, Josh Welshman. Very, very cool stuff. And I believe this record is limited to 500 copies, and I was lucky enough to score the limited color variant, which is on a very, very beautiful clear with orange splatter. Yeah, this is side B. Side A, very, very killer stuff. Willow Tip did an amazing job with this record. I'm surprised that it sounds as amazing as it does. But yeah, one of the best Defeated Sanity albums ever, and definitely, I hope Psalms of the Moribund can get a reissue, because that album needs to be heard by everybody. That is, to me, still the best thing Defeated Sanity ever did. But yeah, Chapters of Repugnance, killer Defeated Sanity record. Now we head on to some top-notch Czech Republic black metal from one of the legends and titans of the style. This is Root with Hell Symphony. Yeah. This is a 2016 reissue through Eternal Death, and this is the second album from Root from 1991. Of course, this is the follow-up album to an album that really introduced a lot of people to what Root were all about, and that album being Zveni. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but whatever. But yeah, Zveni was a good album. Root Symphony, I think, is way, way better. I think it's a way more entertaining, way more stronger release. And Root are one of those black metal bands that like to incorporate sort of mythical, heavy metal sort of sounds into their music. And you hear that from Big Boss's vocal stylings, the guitar playing, the ambience, just the keys, the horns, the acoustics, just everything about this album sounds so amazing. Listening to songs like Belial, Asmodeus, Satan, The Prayers, just some seriously killer songs on this album, and this album still holds up very, very well here. This Hell Symphony is still my favorite album from Root, and I had an amazing time listening to this album. I know that the Crypt put out a vinyl version of Hell Symphony many, many moons ago, but I'm glad that this got reissued through a different sort of label, making it a little bit more easier to track down and access. But yeah, Hell Symphony fucking rules. I love this Root album so much. But anyway, here's the front cover. Very, very recognizable artwork here. Very, very killer stuff. There you see the Root logo, Hell Symphony. Nice matte finish on this jacket. Back cover, track listing and credits. There you have all the band members in question. Eternal Death put this out. Very nice gatefold here with some additional artwork. Lyrics in the Czech language and some more credits here. Very, very cool. Comes with a fold-out poster of the album cover in question. If I can just pull that out real quick. Nice art paperwork on here. Yeah, very iconic album cover. There you see Root playing live. Yeah, 25 years of Hell, 1991 to 2016. Of course, being 25th anniversary. I believe there are two different variants of this particular reissue. I believe there was a color variant. I don't remember if it was white or gray, but all copies come. I just got the standard black vinyl. Nice heavyweight black vinyl on this one. Very, very good job done here by Eternal Death on this reissue. But yeah, Root are still kicking, Root are still playing, Root are still making a lot of moves, even with Big Boss being as old and as crazy as he looks now. Root still are a very important band in European black metal, Czech Republic black metal, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Hell Symphony by Root, definitely check this one out. And the last record I'm going to show you here is a compilation release from probably one of the greatest Russian Black Death bands ever. This is Pseudogod with Sepulchral Chants. Yeah. This is a 2018 vinyl reissue through Nuclear War Now, and this is a compilation release of pretty much this band's entire EP, demo, rehearsal body of work. Of course, Pseudogod are based out of Russia, and this band embodies the black and death metal sound so perfectly, so wonderfully. And of course, I still listen to Death Womb Catechesis on a regular basis. Not to mention, I'm still fantasizing about the time I saw them live in Austin many years ago. They rule live, and they are still making their impact felt playing live shows. It's best to see Pseudogod in the darkness, not during the day. That's how you see Pseudogod. But anywho, on a Sepulchral Chants, I know they self-released the CD version of this, but I'm glad this got the vinyl version, because you have a lot of really, really killer songs on here that definitely embody what a band like Pseudogod are all about. Songs like Illusion of Salvation, Azazel, that is the quintessential Pseudogod song. You got a Beharit cover on here, The Gate of Nana. You have The Firstborn of Abhorrence. You got their cover track of the Antaeus song, Blood War 3. Really, really killer and memorable songs from throughout this entire release. And I think Pseudogod needs to put out something new already. They need to put out a new full-length album. It's been too damn long already. But yeah, Pseudogod, absolutely amazing band. This compilation is amazing too. But anyway, here's the front cover. Very, very good job on this jacket. Uncoated stock here. Back cover with track listing and these little numerals to represent what side is which. Nuclear War Now logo here. Killer gatefold here. Love what this says here. From Here and Beyond. I believe that's what that says. Yeah, amazing, amazing job done here with this gatefold. Comes with a lyric sheet and a photo collage of all these old school images of Pseudogod playing live and stuff. Really, really killer. This side you have lyrics for all the tracks here. And it's a double LP, and all copies come on standard black vinyl. Have side, yeah, this one here. This is the second LP. Really, really love these center labels here. Very, very badass job done here with this presentation. But yeah, if you're a Pseudogod fan, I definitely would recommend giving this particular compilation a listen. That way you are familiarized with the history of what Pseudogod are all about and what they will soon be continuing to accomplish in their career. But yeah, Sepulchral Chants by Pseudogod. Definitely check this one out. And I'm going to conclude this video. If you happen to have heard or own any of the releases I showed here in this video, definitely let me know what you think about it, how you feel about it, and we can go from there. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Army Ho out.